hit that button. All right, check. Can I get an audio check from you guys?
Check.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Trolls in a tantrum cause terrible trouble.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Why? Why was she doing that?
Because unique New York. New York's unique. You know, you need unique New York.
I know she's a real person, so
it's based on a real person who would dig up fossils and sell them to support her family, and she's actually attributed to finding some of the rarest fossils in England.
Really?
Wow. Museums and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Because her family was like, her dad couldn't work or something like that, and it was Victorian age, so she couldn't work. So she dug up fossils and sold them.
Mini game for D&D. Fossil hunting.
Can we make Jurassic Park in D&D?
Do you have necromantic magic? Because then yes.
I could multi-class real quick.
You don't even need that. Just play which one is it? The one of the temple ones. Starts out in a city that has dinosaur races.
I mean, I could summon pixies and have them turn into flying T-Rexes.
Welcome.
And technically, dinosaurs are just animals, or just creatures in D&D.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tomb of Annihilation. That's what it is. Tomb of Annihilation, the starting
city,
has dinosaur races, and you can bet on them.
So what I'm hearing is we abandon the plot, and
we
just start.
We search for the Isle of Chult.
All right, I'm down.
Isle of Chult is full of dinosaurs. That's an actual Faerun, though, not a. This is a world that Chuck created. So.
Yep. So
right.
This would be, where's my world map?
Not just the continent, but the world map.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The world map.
Ah. And where are we on this world?
This is Ridire, right here.
Ridire is the continent we're on, yeah.
Oh, is it connected to like some other continent then?
No, this little landmass here doesn't exist. This little connecting piece. I haven't taken the time to go through and edit this because I'm going to do it in that pixel version.
This is Isla Nublar. Sorry, that's the island from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, actually, it's the closest. This one would be the jungle-based one.
Okay. So a forest one, a jungle one.
Desert. Because in this world, the northernmost part has desert.
Just because?
Because I can.
Well, actually, even on Earth, our southernmost continent is a desert.
Yeah,
that's
Antarctica
true.
Is a desert.
That's true.
It's a cold desert, but it's a desert.
Yeah, I meant like. Actually, we'll see. You guys haven't been there before.
There has been more rainfall in the Sahara than there has been in Antarctica.
Well, that's because it typically snows in Antarctica when it.
No, actually, there's been no in the central area that's considered the largest desert in the world. No precipitation at all. There's no snow either.
Oh,
there's actually lichen. There's lichen that lives down there. Yeah, crazy. No snow even.
That's crazy.
Welcome to D&D, where you learn random things.
Welcome to D&D, which still isn't as crazy as our own world.
Oh, that's true. All right. Should we jump into it, guys? You want to get some D&D in?
Yeah.
All right.
Jump into it like Steve from Blue's Clues.
I suppose.
So, you guys are still in the keep. Outside, you hear a bunch of cult members trying to get in. And in the basement are a bunch of corpses of vampires that you ended up finding. And battling one, you managed to slay all the others before it got out of hand. So, well done.
All right.
And that's where we left off, with you guys in front of the door, hearing the sound of a whole bunch of ticked off cult members trying to get in and not sure what's going on.
Well, I think it would be prudent of us to try to get up to the room above us.
Yeah.
There's a very large, heavy thing.
Yep, there's a portcullis, so let's go get that. The door itself will hold them off for a little while, but let's get the portcullis dropped, and that'll give us even more time. So I would like to rush up the stairs.
We have to climb over bodies to get there.
No, we just gotta go this way.
Oh, yeah, we could just go.
And then go around.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go around.
Okay.
Until I'm at that staircase, and then I'll go up.
I guess I'll do that too. Oliver,
Alright.
you want to come with? Are you coming with?
Actually, since we're going that way, is there a large pot in the kitchen that's large but not so large that I can't carry it?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to check something really fast.
There.
Do I have... I don't.
What are you gonna do? Fill it with water and have me heat metal the pot?
Or just light a fire underneath it. I can't create water until 3rd level spells.
Why don't we just let the cultists through? Once the cultists break through the door, how about we heat metal the portcullis?
Well, we can, but I was thinking we could pour boiling water down the hole that the portcullis drops through, because then that'll fill up the room with boiling water.
Like
to
a
some
murder
extent.
hole.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't have create or destroy water.
Well, yeah, I don't have it either. In any case, I'll still carry one up there, because maybe we can figure something out.
All right, because I'm not a waterbender.
Yeah. Maybe I can just make trips to and from the kitchen to fill it with water until while you guys create other traps. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what I could do.
Okay. So I'll go up to that upper room.
Okay.
Is there anything of note in it, or is it just the portcullis?
Going to the 2nd floor, just making sure.
Oh.
That
Oliver,
room
grab.
That room is just a portcullis.
Okay. I will lower the portcullis. I'm assuming the controls are very easy and right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's meant to be released quickly, not like trapped or anything.
Yep, I'll drop the portcullis.
There's no padlock on it or anything, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So, portcullis is now down.
You did say there's a window looking out, right?
Yes.
I will peek out the window.
Okay.
Cautiously.
Roll a perception check.
That would probably be easier to do if I opened up my character.
Generally, yes, that's a thing.
I always have to open my character.
Woo!
Okay.
Oh, look, the sky is very blue tonight.
You get no sense of the number of cultists that are surrounding this door, but there are quite a few of them.
Cool.
One of them... Let's see. One of them looks up and sees you, and shouts up, "Let us in! What's happened? Where's Heldon?"
I'm going to yell out, "The door is stuck! We're trying to get it open from the inside!"
Roll a deception check.
It's a 17.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wow.
You hear one of them say, You gotta lift up on the barrier.
I'm gonna yell out. Oh, we think the hinges have rusted through. We're trying to break off the rust so we can lift out. Because it's one of those hinging, like, things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Should I roll another deception check, or are we just gonna go off the 17?
You hear another one yell out, show us Heldon, where is he? We want to talk to him.
He went down into the basement a little bit ago. He didn't tell me why. He just said, keep fixing the door. I'm not going to go following him down there when he tells me, not to.
Roll a deception check.
15. Unless I have advantage. I don't have inspiration anymore.
One of them yells out, you've got 10 minutes and then we're busting through.
What? What? We're trying to fix.
Which is why we're giving you 10 minutes. Go fix it.
I'll keep fixing it, and if I see Holden, I'll tell him to come up here and yell down what's going on. And I'm going to leave.
Oh, God. As you go to leave, you hear one yell out, we're good with that. They rolled a nat 1 on their check.
Now, I wonder if I could mimic Helen's voice. I don't have any of the class abilities that let you do that. But I have a +5 to my performance. Problem is his body is in werewolf form. So I can't, weekend at Bernie's him. I guess I could, if they know he's a werewolf. But then that would explain why he can't speak why his voice sounds different.
Try it.
Should I try and weekend at Bernie's him?
You can.
It would make for a great story.
All right, well, I'll go back downstairs for now.
Okay.
We have a couple of minutes.
I want to get the people from the cell, and I want to tell them to be ready to leave through the tunnel that we found in the basement. Just wait outside the door to that room.
Okay.
So that they don't get in there and they're like,
And we've given them some broth by this point, right? So they're a little bit more revitalized. Not great, but at least something.
I mean,
because we had said we did that, right?
We said we were going to.
I think we had started making some.
In the amount of time that you have, you don't have enough time to make a broth.
Well, wait, question. Because you made what was the food we made for them? You made it was paella, so it was way more.
And it's poison, so.
Yeah. Well, no, what I was thinking, but if you poisoned each dish individually and not the whole pot.
Oh, it's the whole pot.
Okay. Never mind then. All right. So yeah, let's go back downstairs if we can.
All right. Should we come up with a contingency for if they break in?
Well, yes. What I'm going to suggest is okay. If you can figure out any ways to make that entrance room very, very dangerous for them, spikes, fire, flammable materials, and I am going to try and see if I can puppeteer the werewolf into making them leave.
All right. I have an idea, but I'm going to need
at least buying us time.
I do have an idea, but I'm going to need Oliver's help for it.
Yes,
Okay.
You two, do your ideas. I'm going to start dragging this werewolf up front, upstairs.
All right. So all these bodies that we've stacked up on the left, they're like covered in their own blood, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's good. So what I'm gonna say to Oliver is, I'm gonna mold earth on this wall. You tell me when it's the color of blood, and then I need you to grab my hand and write. Behold the will of Mara.
I'm done with that.
Where are you doing this? Like just like inside here?
Well, like on the no, they'll when they if they
Oh, above the bodies.
door, like on
Okay.
this wall right here,
Gotcha.
with an arrow pointing to where they are.
I was gonna say because now we're escaping through the basement now, so we don't need to block off like their access upstairs. So we could put all the bodies in here where they clog this room up a lot more, as well as demoralizing them upon entering.
We could do that, and I can write it on one of the walls in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because as soon as they come in, it's like the will of Mara and all the bodies are dead.
Yeah, we could write it on like yeah, that works too. They'll be stacked up behind the portcullis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, works for me.
Cool.
Okay, I should probably write it first.
Yes.
Oh.
It'll be a lot faster for that distance for you guys to drag those bodies in there.
You don't get to come.
Oh, but I so wanted to.
I wonder if Oliver could make a Molotov that would like a tripwire thing, so if they shift the bodies, it would explode and set everything on fire.
Well, let's Home Alone this.
That's what I'm thinking. Because like the bodies are already enough in the way of the door to make it difficult. So if you make it like they shift the body out of the way, it pulls a thing, and then like, because then all the corpses and everything they're carrying.
Could we possibly hide like swords straight up in the bodies, so that if they like trip into the bodies, they could potentially fall on a sword? Yeah, but it's like hidden by bodies.
I love that idea.
I mean, they're all stacked behind the portcullis, so.
Yeah.
Right. So they'll see the bodies, but if they open the portcullis and they like go in, they like trip or something, or fall over each other, they fall on swords.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, that means I don't have to cast spike growth.
Yeah, well, you can save spike growth for if they end up getting more closer behind us as later on.
So how many?
If we're going to try and escape, or at least have that as a backup plan.
Yeah, I mean, did we pass any weapons in through here?
Well, all of them have swords.
I'm assuming they also have swords and arrows and stuff too.
They do,
like the bodies. So I want to like jimmy those into like places where they're like somewhat hidden. But if somebody were to like trip and fall onto the bodies, it would be just enough that they would like fall onto a sword or something.
Roll a sleight of hand check with advantage.
That's it.
30-20.
You manage to get, we'll say 7 swords at various angles. Some are propped up a little bit more visible than others, but for the most part, like, even you, as you look back, as you walk out of the room, have to kind of squint to see where you put the blades, and you're at the better angle, and you're the one who did it. So, you're pretty sure you did a good job.
Good.
Cool.
We'll say that took about 5 minutes.
So we're
cool.
Sure.
While they were doing that, though, I was going upstairs with Holden. So.
All right. Second off, before we do that, Talamh, roll a performance check with advantage.
Oh, it would help if I also had my character sheet open. Performance with advantage. I always like hide it.
Oh, that's a Bowie. That's a Bowie.
That is both a Bowie and a dirty Bowie.
Yeah.
There's only dirty Bowie. That's the only good Bowie.
All right.
Good lord. All right. With the help of Oliver, in the most creepy handwriting possible, with molding the stone the color of blood and almost burning it into the rock face, you write, what was it? Behold the wrath of Mora?
Behold the will of Mora, but wrath is fine too.
All right. With that, with another minute spent, you write, behold the will and wrath of Mora.
That works.
Now, my only question is, are you doing this evil, or not evil, but Walking Dead style? Where it's like on one side of the door and the other, so it says,
don't dead open inside?
Yeah.
Well, that's...
Or are you writing it so that it looks normal?
It's gonna be normal. Like, I don't want it to be confusing. It's gotta be, you know, I want them to, like, be shocked by it.
These cultists are dumb, because, I mean, inherently, because they're cultists. So it needs to be very plain.
Yeah.
Well, alright, so not only do you get a bonus for it to work, but I still think The Walking Dead was stupid to design it that way. Who writes like that on a closed door?
The Walking... you don't need to put all of that other stuff. You could just say, I still think The Walking Dead was stupid. And that would be a correct statement.
I haven't read the comics. I can't judge them.
The comics might be great. I'm talking specifically about the show.
Yeah.
The show is stupid.
Wait, what happened in The Walking Dead where they...
The door to the hospital says... don't...
Is that what the meme comes from?
Yeah, don't dead open
Oh.
inside, I think, isn't it?
Yep, I just sent the picture.
Okay.
Yep.
It's so bad.
Yeah. Even if we did write it across the door, like, it would still read, like, one line...
Left to right.
Left to right, and then if it had to continue on another line, like... Yeah, it wouldn't be that way.
Okay.
Ugh. Period.
All right.
Okay.
Ridire, you are hauling the corpse of a werewolf up a flight of stairs.
Yep.
And you manage to... I mean, he's lighter than you are, and he's dead, so it's not like you have to put up a fight.
I carried him around already, so...
Yeah. You get to the window. What do you say?
Okay. I'm going to lean him up in such a way, and, like, he's going to say, I'm going to do it, I'm trying to think of, like, gruff werewolf voice. So...
Like Wolverine.
Hey! They're working on fixing the door. Everyone go back about your business. I'm taking care of things.
You hear a voice from below you yell out, "What the hell is a werewolf doing there?"
It's me, Holden. I guess I forgot to tell you guys. I'm a werewolf. I'm out and proud. It's fine.
The body's just going...
It's like...
Roll a deception check.
20?
Oh my god.
This is why I play high charisma characters, so I can do shit like this.
This is Weekend at Bowie's.
Oh, they rolled a 17.
Oh, man.
You hear one of them yell out, "Boss, you should have led with that. That's awesome. Can I be a werewolf?"
I mean, sure. We'll have to plan it out a little bit, but yeah.
Oh God. Roll.
Not today though. I'm dealing with a broken door and other stuff in here. So you guys just do your thing. Back to normal.
Roll a deception check.
21.
Oh my god.
They rolled a
Thing is,
4.
If they had like not fall, if no one had fallen for this and they were just like, wow, I was just gonna dump the werewolf out the window and hope it landed on somebody. So, so this is fine. Either way, something was gonna happen.
I mean, you still could. You
I
could,
still could, but at this point, this ruse might have worked, and we might have all the time we need.
They rolled a 4.
Yay.
Boss, we're gonna get some pry bars and try and open the door from our end. So just give us a few minutes.
Don't worry about it. We're already working some oil on the hinges. It's gonna be fine. If we're trying to get, I don't want the door to be broken. I want it to be functional. So we're gonna try and oil up the hinges, and we're gonna try and get open from in here. In the morning, if it's still a problem, because we're fine in here for the night, if it's still a problem in the morning, then we can see about prying it open.
Boss, why does Hilda say that you're dead, and that the cooks killed everybody?
I don't know. Why does Hilda say anything?
Roll a deception check with disadvantage on that one.
Oh.
10.
Roll low. Roll low.
Watch they roll another 4.
Roll a 6.
Wow.
All right, boss, but if it's not open in the morning, we're coming in.
That's literally what I just told you to do.
Yeah, we're reiterating.
Well, good.
Okay.
This guy's really being that snarky back to his freaking cult leader.
Yeah.
Who he now knows is a werewolf.
Yeah, he rolled a 6. He's a little big for his britches compared to the others who have been rolling 4s.
Now go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
I'm just gonna back holding away from the window now, like as if he's and then dump the body.
Just all right, unceremoniously dump the body of the werewolf
In the corner of the room, yeah.
All right.
I don't need it anymore.
I'm more upset for me that my mid bad was just thrown into a corner.
Aww.
That's the upsetting part, not me picking him up and puppeting him around.
That made me happy. Hey, you got to use him as a character more than I did.
It's true. Okay. All right. Well, that's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
man. I don't know if I can tonight, guys. I'm in a mood.
That's fine. I'm gonna go back downstairs and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
tell them all the good news that okay, I got us the whole night. They believe that Holden told them that we're gonna fix the door and then they can see if it's fixed in the morning. I don't know how they fell for it, but they fell for it.
They're cultists and they're dumb.
Point. All right.
Alright, it's broth time. Now that
Yeah.
I've got the time.
Yes, you have plenty of time now. Broth. For these
Speaking
poor
of
people.
time, where did you put it? On the shelf.
What? Oh, sorry. It's right next to the stage.
I go
completely
like
forgot
this,
about the
right in
joke.
front of my eyeballs.
You know what sage feels like.
I like trudge off to the kitchen to go boil water.
I'm gonna go upstairs, the other part of the upstairs, because she had told me about that room she couldn't get into.
Yep.
So I want to go investigate that. And I guess Oliver, you can do whatever you want. If you have more, you have plenty of time now. If you have a bunch of more fun Home Alone trap ideas, you can
No,
go
I just
all
want to
crazy.
demoralize them more. Is it possible for me to grab Heldon's body, and then when they get into the keep, the first thing they see is him nailed to the wall?
Jesus Christ!
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
they're
that's what I
also-
want to do then.
Then they're also going to know that Hilda wasn't lying and that somehow they fell for a really terrible ruse.
Exactly. Also, I want to search his pockets. I want to see if he's got any information or anything like around in there.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm gonna bring Heldon back, and we'll just put him there.
Put him right there because he needs to be the first thing they see.
No, I want it to be like they get through the stuff and then
is there room for him to like partially drop the body down? Because you could like chain his arms and then just drop him down the portcullis hole so he's hanging there.
Oh. We do
I
have
could.
chain.
Is there room for a body to fit?
There is not room for a body. It's designed to be just the gate that comes down, nothing else.
I like the idea though that they like fall through, they go through some spike traps, and then once they actually get in, it's just their leader pinned to the wall.
That makes sense.
So going through his pockets, roll an investigation check with advantage.
Good.
The good thing you had advantage.
Good thing I had advantage.
It's a really
today.
low DC on this, so because you have pretty much all the time you need. You find a key.
Nice. I'm guessing I know generally where that goes.
Yep. You also find a dagger. With a crimson hilt and a blade that is kind of got a purplish green shine to it.
All right, I'll pocket that one. I'd be curious to know what the people in the temple that we're going to will have to say about it. And then anything else, or is that
That's
all?
it.
Okay. I'm gonna go follow Ridire
Okay.
upstairs with the key.
Talamh, where are you going?
I can't like move myself. I dragged myself onto the thing and I noticed there were two of me and then I like thank you. So I've been trying to like do it and my game is messed up.
I just saw as soon as I'm talking, I'm seeing Talamh warping through the walls.
It's called
she is an
melted
earthbender.
stone, and I
She
casted the
can do
ritual.
that.
I know, that's what made it fun. I'm like, is Talamh just using her extra time to dick around in the keep? Because
I mean, like the water's boiling. There's nothing else to do.
I mean, you
I'm
could
just
go get the
ritual-
people and tell them that there will be food.
Well, it's not ready yet. It takes a while to extract all the goodness and make a broth. Haven't you guys ever cooked before?
I tend not to.
Yes.
Takes at least 45 minutes to an hour.
All right. So anywho,
All right.
I will locate this door.
It is there. You have located it.
Yes. I want to let me drag myself into here. So Oliver is still pinning up that body downstairs and whatnot. So I don't know that he has the key. So I'm gonna try and smash through the door. Can I use athletics for that?
Yep.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
You guys are rolling so many of those tonight.
Yeah.
With a 20, yes, you're able to. It takes a couple of like elbow slams, but you are able on the third one to break in through the door.
Cool. What do I find?
You find a very large bedroom with a
mirror on the ceiling.
No, he's not that freaky. You haven't reached the person that's that freaky yet.
Oh, you put Jareth in this campaign?
I did not put
Aw.
Jareth in this campaign.
The BBEG.
1 second. I'll be right back.
You would make a good BBEG.
Too overpowered. Too OP. He would break reality.
He did on multiple occasions.
I know.
So, all right.
It's fairly plain for a bedroom of the size that it is, but there is a bookshelf full of tomes off to one side. There's a dresser, and there is a fireplace that is at this point it looks like may have been lit prior to supper, but has mostly burned its way through.
Okay. I would like to investigate the wardrobe.
Okay.
Search through that.
Roll me an investigation check.
11.
11? Alright. The wardrobe is really bare bones. Some cloaks, all in the similar style. Some purplish, like, accent garb, kind of like the belt that he tied around himself. Looks to be that he wore very plain, simple clothing to, present himself as a religious figure, and stuck to that for the most part.
Okay. Is there a set of the robes that would fit me?
You're how tall again? Like 6?
I am 6'4".
Yeah. It would probably look pretty silly on you. He was about 5'11" at tallest.
Okay. All right then. I was just gonna see a possible disguise if we needed it in the future, but if it's gonna look very clearly not sized right, then it's not worth it.
There's somebody else that fit. Oh wait, never mind. He never takes his mask off.
I do have disguise self.
He also at least has a good charisma, so I'll grab a cloak and stuff it in my bag then.
All right.
Okay, then I want to check the tomes, see if there's anything of interest there.
Okay.
Investigation again?
Yes, please.
3.
Rolling as bad as I did.
What are your languages?
Common and Celestial.
Okay. So you don't recognize the majority of these books, mainly because of the fact that they are written in something that you don't recognize.
Cool. I mean, I'm assuming I'm traveled enough to at least recognize like Dwarvish and Elvish script, even if I can't read it.
Yep.
So it's not Dwarvish or Elvish.
No, you are traveled enough to know that it is an off branch of Dwarvish, more than likely. Hold on, I'm reading D&D lore. Plot amongst yourselves.
Trying to see what languages I know again. I know Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Halfling, and Infernal.
Jeez. I've got Common, Druidic, and Sylvan, but I'm not going to be able to help you read anything.
Blind.
While he's looking through those books, would that be enough time that I would have started to come in? Or
Yep.
would it still be okay? So I probably would have come over, seen the door busted down, walked in, and then just wordlessly handed Ridire the key.
Ah. Thank you.
And then I'll nod.
Take a look and see if you can recognize any of what these books are written in. I can't seem to understand it. And I'm going to go over and just, for the sake of using the key, I'm going to unlock this other door.
It unlocks very nicely.
And I'm going to leave the key in the door. And I'm just going to turn and give Oliver a thumbs up.
So it is.
I know that.
All right, so you can recognize a few words, as the script is an elven variation, and some of the words look common in design, but overall it doesn't look familiar. It's some kind of common elven bastardization.
Fun.
The language
half
of
elf.
Mordor, which I shall not utter here.
It's half elven.
You recognize it, and Ridire, you noticed this too. I just had to look it up. It's undercommon.
Oh.
Okay, makes sense.
Cool. Well, do we want to take any of these? Or do we care?
I'll probably take one or two, just because I want to have like a decent amount of information. Should when we get to the temple, they know anything about it, it gives us as much information about them as possible. If somebody happens
Oliver,
to
go
speak
ahead
it.
and roll me an investigation check as well.
I am not doing good with those tonight.
Oh, wait, well, I'm assisting you, though. I'm helping you with our combined knowledge.
You guys are going through it together, so I'll give you guys the 12. You do find a couple of tomes in Infernal.
Okay.
One is
You read
a book on, like, you recognize, you've seen histories of the gods before. This is similar in design to that, but the infernal nature of it seems to have twisted, and, like, flipping through it quickly, it has a lot of things wrong, and seems to be praising the darker gods and goddesses.
Okay. That doesn't seem relatively important to like carry with us, as long as we have the general idea of what they were.
You decide if any of them are important enough to take, The rest, I think we should burn, so that none of the other cultists can use it for furthering their agendas.
Yeah, I guess I'll take like a couple of the ones in Undercommon,
Okay.
ones that we can't translate, and pocket those. And then, yeah, the rest we can burn. I can use prestidigitation to light. Actually, you know what? I'll probably use prestidigitation to light the fireplace again.
I was going to light the fireplace, yeah. And then we'll just dump all the extra books in there.
Yep.
Normally I wouldn't be one for book burning, but these might be evil books. And if nothing else, it destroys any sort of records or things these cultists would be able to use. So,
right.
And then I would like to do a quick once through of the chapel.
Okay.
And if
Did you check the nightstand?
I did not.
I'll check the nightstand.
Okay. Both of you roll me an investigation check and do it with advantage, because I'm assuming you guys are kind of walking between the rooms, working together to find stuff. So
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll help each other out.
Man, I am not going to be able to investigate
Wow!
anything today.
Oh gosh.
Investigation's one of my worst skills.
It's one of my better ones.
Of the many worst skills I have.
Yeah.
One of which, funnily enough, is religion.
Panda is getting screwed out of the investigation
Yeah,
checks tonight.
I have +4 to investigation. This is
Just for my curiosity, do another. There we go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
accurate.
roll.
All right. Roll 20 hates you tonight. I'm taking the 17.
yeah.
Because, yeah, that's just...
That
That's
was
gross.
Well, every investigation before that one had some sort of crit fail.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Every
club.
single one.
Good lord. All right. The room, Heldon's room, is tapped out. You find nothing of significance. The temple. You find books in a small, like, half bookshelf. Off in one corner, you find a bunch of books that are in common. They speak of Mora and the supposed return of her, and that she is coming to cleanse the world in blood, and from the blood all shall be reborn. Typical cult prayer books, basically.
Cool.
The thing that stands out in the temple is what Talamh had told you about with the statue.
Mm-hmm.
The twisted version of Mora with the elongated limbs. I don't know if Talamh saw this because it's stone and she got the details, but they're more visible, less moving, so it's harder for Talamh to see. But fangs in the mouth, and the clothes that she's wearing are very tattered. And with a 17, both of you roll me either a history or a religion check.
I'm about as good as either.
Hey, my bonus is the same in both. But I got an 18.
But you got an 18. Okay. An 18 is gonna be enough. There are oddities in this depiction of Mora. There are things that do not fit with other symbols of her. Now, more than just the vampiric features that are displayed, she seems the hair isn't what Mora is usually depicted as having. It's longer and in a different style. The clothes, while tattered, don't appear to be the... If they were tattered, you'd expect a very certain dress that Mora is always depicted as wearing. It's very much these figures and these depictions are kind of cookie cutter when it comes to these religious and historical figures. And there's something off about the fine details on this one.
This statue, is it like freestanding or is it attached to the wall or what's...
It appears to be freestanding. It's about 6 feet tall on a 4-foot marble pedestal.
Okay. I'm gonna first I'm gonna take all of the books that I found there and I'm gonna burn them with the other ones.
Okay.
And then I want to come to the statue and I want to knock it off the pedestal. I want to push it off the pedestal and destroy it.
Okay. Roll me an athletic check.
This is an abomination. 18.
Okay.
Unless I have advantage, in which case it's a crit.
Oliver, are you helping with this?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll see him knock it over and...
Yeah, help me destroy this statue, Oliver.
Yeah.
Should not exist.
Start pounding it.
Okay. Ooh, this is fun. I have to go to my deep lore.
I'm gonna summon a demon, aren't I?
Don't.
Whoopsies.
Witch.
You haven't even gotten to sleep for the night yet.
It's okay, I'll be fine.
The statue gets shattered into 5 or 6 fairly large pieces, and out falls a scroll that was hidden in the neckish area.
Well, that might be important.
I guess I'll pick it up. Open it up.
All right. Inside of it, you see a black disc with a dark purple border around it. And let's see, it would be in... She's a goddess. What language do goddesses speak in 5th edition?
It's either going to be celestial or infernal.
Which we have both of.
It would be infernal, I guess. I mean, she's a goddess technically, but...
Gods typically speak celestial, demons and devils speak infernal.
Yeah.
But there are demons and devils that are fallen gods, which means they probably can speak both. But then for their stuff would be of their choice, I guess. So.
Yeah. So it'll be an infernal.
Cool.
Good. Oliver speaks.
All right. Ooh. Where are my notes? I didn't think we would get to here. I didn't think this would happen tonight.
That's what she said.
Okay. So in this scroll, there's only one phrase along with this symbol. It's very, very basic. And it says, my niece's light will crimson the sky. And at that time, the army of the night will rise.
We're gonna have to get a god, aren't we? That's gonna look good on my permanent record. Applicable skills. Killed god.
I guess I'll.
Microsoft Word.
I mean, this isn't anything we haven't already like somewhat heard.
No, but it's some dang good physical proof that there's a lot of people involved in this kind of crap.
Yeah, so I guess I won't burn it.
There are also some differences from what you've heard.
I guess, yeah.
I would keep this one to talk to your priests.
Yeah, I'll add this to the priest list. All right.
Okay.
Cool. I think that being that, I will just go help Talamh finish with the broth and whatnot.
Yeah, I
Getting
think
these
I think we eat and then we try to rest as much as possible, taking shifts. And then,
I think we should head out right away.
you think so? Okay, we can do that.
I think it's better to put distance between us if this isn't an escape tunnel. Because then also if it's not an escape tunnel, then we know and we can figure something else out. Because otherwise, because now they've left, I mean, they might still be near the door, but a lot of them have left the door and they're going to wait till morning.
Right.
So it's possible we could maybe sneak out. I mean, not with all the bodies in the way, but we might be able to figure something else out. Climb out one of the other windows upstairs or something.
I was gonna say, if we really need to sneak out, if we rest, I can spider climb us. Well, I can spider climb us now. What am I saying?
Well, we've got rope and stuff, so we could clear out. Because where are there all windows up here, Chuck? Just so I know. There's obviously the one that's here.
Yep, there's another one here and here.
Okay.
There's one in this room. There's two along this hallway. There is a mountain on this side, so there's no windows there.
Backed up into the mountain, okay.
And then there's nothing here because that's a temple and they kept it from light getting in.
Okay, so there's a couple, I mean, we'd still be like in the camp, but we have a way to climb out if we need to.
Yeah.
I think it's better to find out if that is an escape route or if it's not, because if it's not, we could take a rest and figure out what we're gonna do with this cult breaking in, or we could figure something else out. But I think it's best to keep it. We can eat and then go check that out.
At least short
like
rest.
Short rest.
At least short rest. Yeah, short rest and a meal. Get these
Okay.
people up to strength. If I were to lay on hands any of these people, would it help them with their health situation?
Yeah, I mean, it would. They're peasants, so lay on hands would probably bring them back to full health, and then a good meal would do the rest.
Okay. I mean, how for all of them, how many hit points are we talking? Would I have to spend to bring them into good position?
Uh, 3 each. There's
So
3 of
9?
them, so 9 total.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna lay on hands all 3 of them as we prepare for the meal,
Okay.
and then we'll eat.
And then you eat.
Take a short rest.
Why, you were expecting a full meal. I made broth.
It's enough to restore our energy.
Good news, guys. I have
Plus, we have bread.
Well,
sword.
I hope you don't mind. I stole a part from the cultists and I made it a bone broth.
That's okay. It gets the flavor from the marrow.
Gross.
I may not be a chef, but I know some things, Talamh. I've been around long enough.
Yeah. I don't get
Deer is
any of
suddenly
my
very
reasons.
defensive.
Jeez.
I also am going to spend some hit dice during that rest.
Okay.
So, hit dice.
I
Oh,
haven't changed my.
really?
Hit dice. That's better.
No, that's a nice hit die.
That's got me almost a full.
Hang on.
But you know what? I'll spend 1 more. All right, I'm full.
Oh.
Wish I was a warlock and got spell slots back.
Hold on.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
that'd be nice.
As part of a short rest, you can cook special food, and you can prepare enough of this food. At the end of a short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit dice to regain hit points regains an extra 1d8 hit points.
Oh. Well, then, are we counting that as a thing?
I mean, we're in a kitchen.
Yeah.
You're in a kitchen. It's a short rest. All of the necessities are met by that.
Okay. I rolled an 8 on that 8, so I'm gonna not have spent that last hit dice
Yeah.
because that 9 was enough to more than max me out. So 8 still maxes me out. So thank you, Talamh.
You're welcome. I was like thinking, wait a second, doesn't Chef? I know
Yeah.
Chef's gonna be more useful than
Chef is
Admin.
useful for us especially for those kinds for short rests and then your little bonus thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Man, so that would stack with like Bardic Song of
Mhm.
Rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you have a bard with the chef,
Oh
stuff,
gosh.
they're just the perfect intermittent healer. Okay.
Combine that with a coffee lock. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if neither of you took a hit during
Nope.
that fight, did you?
No.
I was the only one that took damage.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're
So
the-
that meal was all for me and the people that we saved.
And ladies and gentlemen, let this be a lesson to you. As the DM, take better notes of these kind of things so that in the weeks in between sessions, you can prepare more accurately.
Yeah, it's
All right.
actually, I mean, like, when we think about it, like, I was worried about what was going to happen if we got into a big fight, but both of you were basically still good to go.
Oh yeah.
We were down a couple of spell slots at worst.
I've spells and I still have a use
I-
of
I burned through everything of my stuff. So all I was going to be able to do was a sea tank, which would have still been helpful. But, yeah. Okay. Let's explore this tunnel.
All right, everybody ready?
Yes.
I think so.
All right.
Question.
Yes.
Could Talamh mold earth or something to seal it back behind us so it looks like it never was opened?
That's up to Chuck.
it would roll me a performance check.
Because then they might not know where we went at all if none of them know that the secret passage is here.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. And then you can just open it back up if it's a dead end.
Yeah.
All right. So with an 8, I'm going to say mold earth is going to cover it up. You don't know how convincing it is that it is like it was never touched before.
But the majority of them, if not all of them, have probably never been in this basement. So they might not even know that it didn't have damage or something down here. So we might still be okay. Nothing else. If nothing else, it'll slow them down. Yeah.
All right.
But
so
even if it slows them down a tiny bit, it'll be helpful, especially if this does exit out of the mountain.
you all enter the tunnel with Talamh going last.
We left this guy out of here.
As Talamh seals up the tunnel, the last of the light bleeding in through the vampire nest goes dark. Who has night vision? Or dark vision, I mean.
I have dark vision.
I do. But for the benefit of these people that are with us, I'm just going to cast light on my sword.
Okay.
I have the light cantrip that's bright light in 20 feet.
All right, so a bright light in 20 feet, and I'm assuming a dim light in
dim for another 20, I believe.
20,
yeah, similar to it's basically just like a torch.
Yep. So
I can also, I mean, not that we need it, but I also have dancing lights. Should be.
Okay. So either way, lighting up the sword. This is a roughly 5 foot across tunnel, about 7 feet tall. So Ridire, you have that feeling of like just slightly having to hunch your shoulders, even though you don't need to.
Yeah, it's close enough that it makes me feel like it's too close. Yeah.
Yep.
It's tighter than what a normal ceiling would be.
Yeah. But it holding your sword, high enough to see out past everything. 40 feet in front of you, and another 20 feet from that with your dark vision. It seems to be a long, straight stretch of tunnel that continues on past your line of sight.
Sweet. I think this is an escape tunnel.
You all walk at a deliberate yet cautious pace for about 10 minutes, then about 30, and about after an hour, you feel a soft rustling go past you. Talamh, you're the first to really sense it due to your sensitivity to these kind of changes. But then the rest of you start to feel not a steady stream of wind, but just occasionally a hit of air. As you walk forward, the moonlight starts to become visible from this hole in the side of the mountain that you guys are emerging from.
Sweet.
And you find yourselves at a small, fairly hard to see entrance on the side of a mountain. And you guys have found your way to about, let's see, had you made it there yet? Notes, lots and lots of notes. You find yourselves here-ish. Yep.
Huh.
There's a village just down the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So we're up higher in the mountains, essentially above this village.
No, so the tan part here
Yeah.
is non-forest. You're
It's
at the
foothill
base.
plains.
Yeah, you're at the
Okay.
base of the mountain.
Okay.
How far away from this settlement, even if we don't necessarily know exactly where it's at, but how far away would it be from us?
About 2 days northeast.
Okay. So it's not close enough that we would see lights or anything.
No.
So we don't know necessarily what direction we are in relation to it.
Roll me a nature check, everybody. Or a survival.
Survival is better for me. That's a 10.
16.
That's a Bowie for Talamh.
I mean, we are on a mountain.
Yeah, this totally makes sense. So Oliver, judging by the mountains that you can see, the moon location in the sky, and the general shape of the mountain, plus where you guys walked, you know where you are in the world, roughly. Talamh, you sense a underground river about 60 feet down that you know travels from the lake north of the mountains down to the southern river water area. And so you know where you are, and you know where to go to get to the capital.
Okay. All right. Oh, I don't want to go by a boat. I'll tell them about the river below us and what it does.
I mean, I use the word river very loosely. This is an underwater, water
Underground
system.
stream or something.
But
yeah.
it's
Okay,
not like
so it's not like there's ferries that run from the lake to the...
No. This is just something that you being, you having the blind sense with the distance that you have it, you've sensed these rivers before.
Okay.
And some of the bigger ones, you remember them because it goes through the capital.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I will tell them I know exactly where we are, and I know exactly where we have to go to get where we want to go. There is, I should do it in character, because that's more entertaining. Well, fellas, below us, there's a bit of flowing water, and it goes from that there lake that's north of us to through the capital, and to a wee old lake down in the south. So all we have to do is follow this stream, and we'll get where we're going.
Sounds like a wonderful plan. Should we travel a bit further tonight to distance ourselves, or what do you all think?
Are there lots of loose rocks and stuff around the entrance to this tunnel?
Yeah.
Or could I at least... Because I want to pile up a bunch of them in the tunnel.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to find quite a few rocks. I mean, this is a mountain range that you're at the base of, so even just general wind and erosion causes rocks of various sizes to come tumbling down throughout time itself.
I want to seal up the entrance as best that I can.
Okay. Sleight of hand check.
I was going to try to use mold earth, but...
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Still sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a 22 going to get me?
Well, you're using mold earth, so it's a 23.
Oh.
Another Bowie.
Yay!
A lot of those today.
And a lot of Bowies today. Yeah. You mold earth. Oliver and Ridire, roll me a perception check. Very fitting in character. Thank you, guys. An 11 and a 4. Both of you... Talamh tells you all that she's all done, and both of you turn to look, and you cannot find the hole anymore. It is gone.
Can't find the hole, huh? Typical men. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Had to do it. It had to be done. I knew it as soon as I said it.
How tired are the people looking?
Honestly, at this point, they're looking more rested than you guys.
Yeah, because they've had to do is sit in a cage.
Yeah, they spent most of their time sleeping, and now they're fully healed, and they have food in their belly. You guys have been up for, like, 17, 18 hours at this point?
Yeah. I say we walk a couple hours, maybe, and then...
Well, do we want to go down more towards the, like, cover of the forest, or do we want to just...
Maybe we should skirt along, like, the edge, because we might get a better heads up on if they're following us.
True. Yeah, let's travel for at least a little bit longer, just along the edge of the mountain, and find, like, a very shallow cave or just a collection of boulders or something that we can kind of camp in for the night.
Okay.
Works for me.
So, you all make your way for another hour and a half, 2 hours. Why is that at the bottom? Why is that not alphabetical? Okay. So, there's really no point in that. You all travel, and eventually you find a outcropping of rocks. It's not a full-size cave, but it's a little bit of cover from the elements, and with your general survival skills, you know that bedding down here will probably keep you out of sight of anybody passing by quickly. Anybody looking intently is gonna find you, but anybody passing by just probably is gonna overlook your existence.
Cool. Yeah. Let's
Works for me.
camp.
All right.
I don't remember what the order was that we took watch in, but I will volunteer for. I think I took the middle one usually, didn't I, in the past?
I think so. I think it was like me, you, Talamh.
I think so. Yep.
Okay.
So we'll do that.
All right. You all take a long rest, taking turns to keep an eye out. I need everybody to roll me a perception check.
I will take off my helmet while I'm on watch.
Wow!
I had to say that so the game would know.
Ridire rolled the best because he took off his helmet.
Spell slots.
Did he though?
Well, and that's the thing, Oliver. It's not just that you get your spell slots back, but you feel like you have a few more available to you.
Yay!
Oh.
You guys can level up to level 8.
Oh, ho, ho.
Hey.
Wow.
I have
Hey,
an ability
that
score approved.
Means
Which
I can
means
take
I
a
need
feat.
feet time.
That means I'm getting my second level of monk. Guess who's got 40 feet of movement?
Oh,
which
no.
which is devastating for you.
Oh, that is... All right. So here's what we're gonna do, because I'm legitimately in a mood tonight and having trouble concentrating. So after your long rest, you all wake in the morning and travel for another 3 days. Is there anything specific you want to do during the 3 days time on any like downtime you might have, or are you guys marching quickly?
I think we want to move quickly because
Yeah.
we want to get these people to safety, and then on the off chance that the cult has figured out where we've gone, we want to stay ahead of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So after about 2.5 days travel, with no incidents, thankfully, you get to the outskirts of the city of Byfeld. And can see it off in the distance. And there it is.
Oh, wow.
Byfeld
Ooh.
being a city broken up into many different districts with 2 major areas. You all know this. Being the capital city, you're acutely aware of a lot of the history, a lot of what this place has to offer. There are 4 major market squares on the different corners of the city. And each of the roads houses a encapsulates a different district. And these districts have different things to offer. But then getting into the first set of walls requires more affluence, more prestige, and to get into the inner ring of wall is for the highly affluent, the nobles. It is a lot of the time by invitation only, whereas the outer ring is for anybody and everybody. And the houses here represent the fact that there are different villages and different, not villages, but different districts. Please do not pay attention to the number of houses meaning anything, because this place is packed.
There
Oliver.
is no war in Byfeld, Sing Say.
Oliver, have you spent a lot of time in Byfeld, in the capital city?
Probably not a huge amount of time, but I probably would have been a couple of times, I would assume.
And Ridire, you have, I'm assuming.
Does 20 years in prison count?
It does. It does.
A local bread.
And I would have probably been in Byfeld prior to that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So all of you are acutely aware, Oliver to a lesser extent, but there are nearly 80,000 people in this city.
I will say, the last time I was probably, unless is this the city where Talamh is from, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So we've been here recently then.
You guys, a year and a half ago, were in the inner ring.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to keep that in mind, that you guys actually have pretty good passage throughout the city.
We also know our way around the city, so we don't have to be searching for things as much. There might still be things it's a huge city, so, but we at least know where some of your basic services are going to be and stuff like that.
Well, it's kind of like that third trip or fourth trip to Las Vegas, where you don't know a lot of the suburbs and a lot of the less traveled areas, but the traveled areas, you know exactly where you want to go. You know which restaurants you want to hit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, the last time I was here, that place served me terrible food, so we're going to go that place this time.
I think it was a TGI Fridays in Caesar's Palace that I had an amazing lunch at in Vegas. So
hey, the 9 Fine Irishmen at the New York in Vegas. Some of the best Irish food I've ever had this side of Ireland, which I haven't been to yet.
I've never been to Vegas.
Road trip.
It's not all typed up to be, but it's maybe worth a visit.
I enjoy it. I love Vegas, so
there's more going on than just gambling.
Oh yeah. Oh, who gambles?
Go just to like the any major city does.
Go see the shows. Cirque du Soleil
Go see
for
Penn
the
and Teller,
win.
who have been there for like 23 years.
I have not seen Penn and Teller yet, but I need to go see some of the Cirque du Soleil stuff.
Yeah,
I want to see the love.
I've never been able to see a Cirque du Soleil show, and I really want to.
Oh, they're so much fun. All right. I want you guys to spend the next week, or next week. Yeah, I want you to spend the next week thinking about what you might want to do in Byfeld, knowing that there is pretty much everything here.
And we have a pocket full of platinum.
Oh.
Oh, yes. You would have looked that over during the travel.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. There is 3,500 gold worth in that chest.
Well, let's say we each take 1,000, and then you guys can decide how to split up the remaining 500. Fair?
Half and half.
Sure.
I don't need a ton. That 1,000's going to be enough for me to buy plate mail.
How much platinum is worth?
One platinum is
For
10 gold.
platinum.
One
What's that?
platinum is 10 gold.
Okay.
But our coin purses of holding just convert it to the most efficient. So,
I was just gonna put the platinums in the platinum spot.
yeah, so it'd be 100 platinum would be 1,000 gold.
All right.
125
125.
platinum.
That works.
You also had the ring and
Yes.
a gray bag. If anybody wanted to attune, or
I don't want to
check
attune.
them.
I want to get them
I'm not-
identified.
Yeah, I'm not attending
Okay.
to
Yeah,
what
I'd rather.
these are. I mean, I'm
There
not.
was also a handful of gemstones. I don't remember how many, but
9.
I believe. Okay, 9 gemstones, and I believe we let Talamh take those. So
Yeah, they're
So
just
you
in
have-
my little.
yeah, you
side
have,
pouch
just
here.
make sure you have that written as you have 9 gemstones that you can maybe sell for some more. if you need them.
Talamh, go ahead
Yes.
and roll a nature check with advantage,
Okay.
because rocks are your specialty.
What's funny is I have nothing in nature.
Yeah, that doesn't actually surprise me, but a 10. They're definitely valuable. They're not the most rare gems of all time, but you'll get a
Okay.
good price for them, I'm sure.
Garnets and things.
All right.
Yeah.
Garnets and impure emeralds and rubies and stuff.
One is
Um,
transparent, watery gold with a sheen of rich gold to it. There's 2 of those. There is a transparent yellow-green one.
Are you guys writing down the colors? Because I'm not.
No,
I'll-
this is you feeling the colors, Tal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is really useless. Never mind. You have 9 rocks.
Well, I mean, like I would know like what they are, but like
Yeah, she can feel like the difference, the crystalline structure and stuff, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
So, okay.
like oh, this feels like a diamond.
You can probably feel also like if there's impurities. So like if it was like a pure diamond, you would know like, okay, this is a much higher quality than something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, if your sense is attuned enough, you could probably, maybe not now, but eventually you'd be able to feel like really precisely what color it is, because like for example, sapphires and emeralds and rubies are all the same mineral,
Yeah.
and they're different colors based on what other types of elements were present during their formation.
I didn't think
'cause-
that emeralds were the same. I know sapphires and rubies are.
I think emeralds are as well. I think I could be wrong,
I didn't know this.
but yeah, they're all. What is the name of the actual mineral?
No, emerald is just green beryl, and
Okay,
ruby and sapphire are corundum.
corundum. There we go. Yeah, they're both corundum. So yeah, okay.
Okay.
But there
well,
are, I think there is green corundum. It's just not considered an emerald then.
It's a green sapphire.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That's what I was confused by. Cool. Sorry.
All right.
Learning thing.
Knowledge. Knowledge is power. So, why don't you guys take some time to level up? Think about what you want to do in Bifeld while you're there. And I'm going to start making maps for encounters because that's what I do. So,
I rolled,
That was a good hit die.
I rolled max for my health increase.
I rolled pretty decent for mine.
yeah. So, with that, I'm going to say goodnight to everybody watching. And
Good night.
Good night.
we will see you all next week for another episode of Roll for Initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Hey, PsychGuy here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some of our other videos. And if you like what you see and you want to support us, go check out our Patreon page where we have exclusive videos, sneak peek content, and a lot more coming down the road. Also, I hope you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. Thanks for watching.